Consider the following statements about sexual reproduction in brown algae. Option 1. Statement 1. Sexual reproduction in brown algae may be oogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. 2. Union of gametes takes place within the oogonium or in water. 3. The gametes are pear-shaped and bear two laterally attached flagella. So here we have to consider the statements about sexual reproduction in brown algae. Which of these statements given above are correct? Option 1, 2 and 3. Second, 1 and 2. Third, 1, 2 and 3. 4, 1 and 2. So which is the right option? All these statements are correct and hence third one, option 3. Next, Selaginella and Salvinia are heterosporous. It produces two types of spores. The microspore develops into microgametophyte and megaspore develops into megagametophyte. With respect to gametophyte, which one of the following statement is correct? Option 1. The megagametophyte possesses chlorophyll at maturity. Option number 2. The megagametophyte is devoid of chlorophyll at maturity. Third one. The megagametophyte develops chlorophyll at maturity. Fourth one. The megagametophyte develops within the walls of megaspore. So which is the right option? Option number 1. That is the megagametophyte. It possesses chlorophyll at maturity. Next, consider the following statements regarding gymnosperms and choose the correct option. Statement number 1. In gymnosperms, the male and female gametophytes have an independent existence. And second statement, the multicellular female gametophyte is retained within megasporangium. Megasporangium is nothing but the ovule, of course. And third statement, the gymnosperms are heterosporous. Of these statements, we have to identify whether which statements are right and which statements are wrong. Options. Option number 1. 1 and 3 are true but 2 is false. Second one, 1 and 2 are true but statement 3 is false. And third option, 2 and 3 are true but 1 is false. And fourth one, 2 and 3 are false but 1 is true. So which is the right option? Option 3. Next, bryophyte differ from pteridophyte in option 1, an independent gametophyte, 2 swimming anthrozoids, 3 lack of vascular tissue, 4 archegonia. So bryophyte differ from pteridophyte in lack of vascular tissue because in bryophytes xylem and phloem it is not present, whereas in pteridophytes xylem and phloem they are first evolved in pteridophytes only. So option 3. Next question. Choose the incorrect statement regarding red algae. Option 1. Most of red algae are found in the warmer areas of ocean. 2. They have predominance of the R-phycocyanin B in their body. Third one. Common members are Polysiphonia and Porphyra. Fourth one. They usually reproduce by fragmentation. So which is the incorrect here? So option number 2. So here they have given that they have predominance of the R-phycocyanin B. So phycocyanin it gives blue color, but in red algae phycoerythrin should be present which gives red color to the thallus. So option 2 is the wrong statement but option 2 is the right option. Which statement is correct about pteridophytes? Option 1. Sporophyte is semi-parasite and gametophyte is autotrophic. And 2. Gametophyte is autotrophic while sporophyte is parasitic. 3. Only sporophyte is autotrophic while gametophyte is parasite. And fourth one. Both gametophyte and sporophyte are usually autotrophic. So which is correct here? Both gametophyte and sporophyte are usually autotrophic in case of pteridophytes. So option number 4. And next question, plant A has microphyllous leaves. So here they have given plant A and plant B, C and D. So for the plant it has macrophyllous leaves but no roots. It has no roots. And plant B has microphyllous leaves, heterosporous condition. Plant C has unbranched stem. unbranched stem and plant D shows siphonogamy. Siphonogamy, and it will be having taproot system and archegonia. So A, B, C and D plants are respectively. So they have given the characteristic features and we have to identify the plants. Option 1, Salvinia, Selaginella, Cycas, citrus. Option 2, Teres, Lycopodium, Pinus, Ginkgo. Third one, Azolla, Salvinia, Cycas, Netum. And fourth one, Equisetum, Selaginella, Pinus and Cycas. So we have to just keep the points about all the divisions of plant kingdom in our mind to answer this question. So which is the right option? So those plant which is having macrophyllous, that means large leaves with no roots, in the sense it belongs to the actually floating pteridophytes, which means Salvinia. And microphyllous and heterosporous, in the sense that is the characteristic feature of pteridophytes. So Selaginella will be answer. And third one, unbranched stem is usually seen in Cycas of gymnosperms. And fourth one, siphonogamy. Siphonogamy in the sense pollen grain, it produces pollen tube to deliver the male gametes for fertilization. So that is called as siphonogamy, along with taproots, in the sense it is nothing but the citrus. So option 1. Next, consider the following 4 statements whether they are correct or wrong. Statement number 1, the sporophyte in liverworts is more elaborate than that in mosses. 2, Salvinia is heterosporous. 3, the life cycle in all seed bearing plants is diplontic. 4, in pines, male and female cones are born on different trees. So which are correct here? The 2 wrong statements together are, so options, option number 1, statement 1 and 2, option number 2, statements 2 and 3, third one, statements 1 and 4, and fourth one, statements 1 and 3. So which is the right option? C. So now let us go through the statements again. The sporophyte in liverworts is more elaborate than in the mosses. But it is not true. Why? Because liverworts, they are primitive when compared to the mosses. Mosses are advanced bryophytes, and hence in mosses, sporophyte is more elaborate when compared to the liverworts. So that statement is wrong. Salvinia is heterosporous. Of course, in Salvinia we come across the presence of heterosporous. 2 different sizes of spores can be seen. And third statement, the life cycle in all seed bearing plants is diplontic. Seed bearing plants, in the sense it belongs to gymnosperm and angiosperms, so they shows diplontic life cycle. And fourth one, in pines male and female cones are born on different trees. No, they are born on same trees. So option 3. Which of the following statements regarding the reproduction of angiosperms is incorrect? Option 1, a pollen grain contains 2 cells at the time of release from sporogonium. Here we have to identify the incorrect statements. Okay, a pollen grain contains 2 cells at the time of release from sporangium. One vegetative cell and the other one is generative cell. Okay, and then second statement, stamens are microphyll with 4 microsporangia. So stamens are nothing but the modified microphyll only, microsporophylls only. Third one, male gametes are represented by 2 nuclei. Of course, they are represented by 2 nuclei. So these are the male gametes. And fourth one, female gametophyte may contain several gametes. So female gametophyte, it contains only 1 gamete, and thus this statement is wrong. So option number 4. Pteridophytes differ from mosses or bryophytes in possessing. Option 1, well-developed vascular system. 2, independent gametophyte. 3, flagellate spermatozoids. 4, archegonia. So which is the right option? Option number 1. Next, they has given the master following on list number 1. A, Floridian starch. B, gemmacups. C, dwarf branches. D, chilgosa. And on list 2, they has given 1, Pinus. 2 ginkgo, 3 mercantia, 4 fern and 5 porphyra. So options A, B, C, D. For that, first option 5, 3, 2, 1. Second option 5, 3, 1, 2. Third option 4, 3, 2, 1. And fourth option 5, 4, 1, 3. So now let us match them. Floridian starch. So where we come across the presence of Floridian starch, it is the reserved food material in red algae. So here porphyra it is nothing but the red algae. And gamma cups, they are present on Mercantia. And dwarf branches. So this dwarf branches, it can be matched to both Pinus as well as ginkgo. And then D, Chilgosa. So Chilgosa is nothing but one more type of species of pine. So it is native to northwestern Himalayan region. It is a species of pine. So as it is pine, here we will match it with Pinus. So here as it is pine, we match it with Pinus, and hence for dwarf branches we can match it with ginkgo. So which is the right option? Option number 1. Next, how many of the following plants have haplontic life cycle? So 1, volvox, 2, ectocarpus. We shall identify whether they are having what kind of life cycle. So 1, volvox. In volvox we can come across the presence of haplontic. 2, ectocarpus. So here we come across haplodiplontic. 3, dictyota, haplodiplontic. 4, Spirogyra, in which again it has haplontic life cycle. 5, Polysiphonia. So here we come across diplohaplontic. And 6, Eulothrix, which is haplontic. And 7, Xylotum, as it belongs to fern. In here we can come across the presence of diplohaplontic. And 8, Eudorina. So here we come across the haplontic. So here among these options like volvox, ectocarpus, dictyota, Spirogyra, Polysiphonia, Eulothrix and Xylotum and Eudorina, among these how many plants have haplontic life cycle? So as I mentioned earlier, here we come across the presence of, I'll read out the options now. Option number 1, C, 4, 2, 5, 3, 3, 4, 6. So how many? It is 4. So which are there? Eudorina, volvox, Spirogyra, Eulothrix. In all these we come across the presence of haplontic life cycle. Okay. So next question, read the following statement. Option number 1, majority of the pteridophytes are heterosporous. So majority of them are homosporous actually. And second, gymnosperms are always heterosporous. Third one, microphylls are found in Selaginella. Fourth one, Dicotyledone is the class of P, of course. So which statement is incorrect? Option number 1, 1 and 2. Second option 2 and 3. Third option 1 only. Fourth option 2 and 3. So which is the right option? Option number 3.